Hello, everyone. This is Danny Chen signing in from Austin, Texas. I see we have people from all over the world. Welcome to the English International Zoom session. Given what's happening in the world today, we're very lucky to be here together on this Zoom session together. First, I want to give my prayers out to the people who have been affected by this coronavirus. Prayer goes out to those people and their family, and also shout out and all the support goes out to the people who have been in the front line, the medical team, and people who are saving lives and try to contain this virus, okay? Now, this is unprecedented times and we're all adapting to change. But even during this time, there's a group of people who are remaining positive and they are building and even growing their business. So tonight, I have the privilege of introducing our speaker. He is a super positive entrepreneur and a mentor. He has done brokerage in real estate in Southern Cal area. He has owned 3 different furniture stores in the past and has even been an auctioneer. Amazing. So I'm always super excited when he comes up because he's always offering special insights and valuable tips. So you want to make sure you stay focused and don't miss anything. So without further ado, I would like to introduce our speaker of the night, Mr. Samson Li.
Hello, Danny. How are you?
Good. How you doing, Samson?
Good, good. Thank you for taking the time to host our webinar.
Surely, surely. So how are you and your family doing?
We're doing good. You know, we're all hunkered down in California. You know, out here in LA, and you know, people are adjusting to it. I think now more than ever, people are, you know, really realigning their life. How are you and your wife and your family?
We're good. We're good. Similar, you know, locked in at home with kids, but we're all adjusting and bonding. Actually, more family time. Everybody, all the kids, and even you know, most of the people are doing just school at home. So we're all adjusting, like you said. So what's the best part of your day these days? I heard about your special breakfast. What's that all about?
Well, yeah. Oh, you mean my little breakfast I put on Facebook? Well, I think, you know, now is the time to, you know, reevaluate how we are and how we live our life, and why not get healthy if we have a choice to eat healthy, right? So I know it's been, you know, going around with some of our friends, but yeah, I think, aren't you doing that too?
I try. As you know, I'm actually a vegetarian. But even then, I try to, you know, stay healthy. I think people are realizing the most important thing right now and ever is your health. We got to take care of ourselves, take care of our body, so we could do the other things we want.
Yeah,
So
that's so
Sam,
important. Yep,
for sure.
exactly.
Samson, obviously you have done a lot, have a lot of experience, and a lot of people look up to you. And I'm not shy. You're definitely my role model. So what are you doing these days to stay optimistic and be that voice of change and voice of hope for people out there?
Well, that's a very good question. Now, of course, we didn't rehearse this, okay?
No,
So,
not at all.
okay, but you know, I think you know, we have to be positive. I think, you know, having hope and faith is a foundation to the human race. If we don't have hope or faith, how can we move on from day to day or overcome any obstacles? And I think, you know, the word that come to me recently, the last few days, more and more is overcoming. We need to be overcoming whatever it is we have in our lives. That's how I say positive, you know, and I believe really that we have a chance to really live a good life. I think a lot of that was taken away in a sense because so many things are happening in the world, a lot of changes, and it's causing a lot of chaos in everybody's life.
Yeah, I hear you. So what will you be sharing today? Can you enlighten us?
Well, actually, you know what? At least to the point, because you know, nowadays, you know, we are talking about a lot of global shifts, right? So maybe I can go ahead and start sharing some of these ideas because I think, you know, it's very important, it's very impactful the information we have to share today. So the first thing is, you know, Danny, the thing I like to talk about often is the shifts that's happening, and we have to adapt to what's happening around the world, right? I think before the crisis, a lot of people already feel that the world's changing now. In the U.S., we're very fortunate. The economics was on the up and up, but there's many reasons why it's doing that, and a lot of it is technology, such as social media or mobile devices or artificial intelligence or even the way we live using search engines. I mean, we're literally the smartest generation ever in the human race, and also that the economics and the global, the geopolitics are, really tying us together, closer and closer, challenging our traditional lifestyle and culture and maybe our value. And obviously now it's about the health. I mean, wouldn't you agree, right? Thank you, Danny, again. So folks out there, look, two of the most important topics are tonight. I mean, not only tonight, I think maybe it might be from now on, way down the road, is health and finances, right? I mean, I'm in Southern California, and when we were told to, stay at home, just go out only to get your necessities. Don't go out. Don't stay put, stay home and save lives, right? That's the term that's going around. Well, I mean, we're putting our finances on hold, our economics on hold, just to defeat this invisible enemy that's happening out there. And you know what? I mean, when I study science, knowing Darwin, it's survival of the fittest. That's actually is true, but it's not quite true, because the human race, obviously, with the dominant one being on planet Earth, we're actually got ahead by community being together. So the question is then, well, if all these changes are happening in our society around the world, well, how can we do it together? And that's the thing, because everybody in the world, they actually want the same thing. All these things are impacting you and your family, and it's very evident. It's very obvious now, especially with this global crisis. So there is a global convergence, and this convergence because of technology and globalization. It does create a new economy. Now, for those of you first time on this webinar and listening to me share some of these ideas, well, I mean, I think we all can agree that there has been a new economy that's evolved over time. Either we're aware or we're in it or not, or maybe we have no chance to take part of it. Because even for myself, I'm 50 this year. When I was growing up, I had a chance to study computers, but I did not do that. Not like Danny. Danny works for the big high-tech company, but I'm just a normal person. I'm just a business owner. So, but what if we had a chance to make something of ourselves in the new economy? So tonight we have that opportunity, because if we talk about health and finances, the project I've been on the last 10 years with working with a company in Orlando, Florida called Jeunesse, well, it's really literally changed my life and the lives of thousands of people around the world. I mean, I was just a regular business owner. I was in real estate during college, and right when out of college, I was a real estate broker. A few years after that, in 1995, I started my first furniture business, and over 10 years, opened three stores together, and made money, but also lost money. And that's the reality of business, the ups and downs. So I couldn't handle it when the economy was going down. And then I changed careers, become an auctioneer, because no rent, no employees, no headache, right? No risk, just talking, make a living. So I learned to talk very fast. So not eBay auctioneer, literally the kind that talk very fast. So, I mean, so I got into a different career, but what I found out was, it's hard to, I was too new in that business. I didn't know how to build it. I didn't understand the industry as some other people have been in it for years. So I was at that time working paycheck to paycheck. And it was in 2009, a friend of mine, a very good friend, like an older sister, mentioned my friend Kim. She mentioned, hey, there's a company that's going to open. They're going to do global business and in the wellness industry, and asked me if I was interested. I'm like, Kim, you're the multimillionaire. I'm not. So who am I to judge? So I just thought, what? If she's in, I'm in. Sometimes what I found out, there's not that many secrets to success, because it's all out there. You can search for it, right? But the thing is that if you can work with or work for or have somebody work for you who is successful, That's where you can learn. That's where you can, acquire that knowledge and also take the action, because knowledge plus action is superpower. So that's what I did about in 2009, and with Jeunesse and my friend Kim and a few other folks at the very beginning, and it's changed our lives completely. I've traveled to more than 40 countries around the world, and I could never have imagined. I mean, this company is founded by these founders here: Randy Ray, Wendy Lewis, Scott Lewis. They are, for themselves, very successful entrepreneurs over the careers in IT. That's what they did. They were the backbone for many companies, and they were looking for solutions to stay young and healthy. So they met some doctors, and they started a company. It wasn't like they dreamed it. It's not like they wanted to, but it's almost by accident that it happened. Okay, that's a whole another story. And they were very smart, and working with the doctors, they developed technologies that's unique. It's not available. Actually, none of the Jeunesse products are available in any retail store. It's only online through the company. And the company gives an amazing guarantee and all that, and ships all over the world. So literally, we are participating in industries that's worth hundreds and billions worth of dollars, okay? So, and in a very short time, because of their IT background and their business savvy, and they're very persistent. I mean, they really want to do a global business. Well, the result is 10 years later, we're shipping to more than 150 countries and territories. So anywhere we ship, we can do business. It's amazing. So it's given me and many others the opportunity to do that. In a very short time, because we're a global company, we hit more than $1 billion in sales. As a matter of fact, by our 6th year, we did more than 1.1 billion that year, from 2015 to 16. And of course, you see on the slide, Apple, Facebook, Amazon, eBay, Google. It also took them anywhere from 4 to 7 years to reach $1 billion a year in sales. And in a very short time, I mean, just the 10 years, we've done more than $8 billion around the world. That's a big number. And where there's multiple ways to make money. We're going to talk about that in a second. And also, in terms of marketing, and that's what the company does. We're shipping all over the world, educating and teaching people how to look younger, stay healthier, be more fit, and be more happy. So we've won a lot of awards. Some of them are like the Telly Awards, for example. That's the awards you get, like the Oscars in marketing. So we've done that as a company. We work with some of the most famous doctors in the world. And in 2009, when Randy and Wendy met Dr. Nathan Newman in Beverly Hills, Dr. Newman was working on stem cells, PRP, for some of you don't know what that is. And he actually was really doing a lot of research in what stem cells can do. So, and he actually developed a product to help people have a younger skin naturally, 100% natural. And that's how actually the company was founded. And then we also work with Dr. Willem Amzalog. He's in Europe. He advises on all the products out there searching for the newest technology. We also, I was just on the webinar with Dr. Vincent Giampapa on Facebook Live with the company, where Dr. Giampapa was literally the first president of the American Academy of Anti-Aging, the 4As. So he's like the godfather, one of the godfathers of anti-aging. We also work with Dr. Donna Antar at the corporate office, helping us train on the product. And we also have Dr. Christian Japol, who is a very famous stem cell researcher. So these doctors help us really define how to stay young and healthy. I mean, my question at the end of the day, when I share the technology and the idea of what Jeunesse is like, well, do you want to stay young? Do you want to stay healthy? And do you would like to make money? So for me, well, it's all yeses for those. And that's the same thing for all, pretty much most of the people in the world. So in a sense, this can be a very, very powerful business. I mean, for those of you first time, of course, you're looking from the outside in. But hopefully today, within the short time, we can share some of the insights into how this company in a short time became a billion-dollar company. Okay, so of course the backbone, one of the backbones to our business is the products. So when the products work, it's that much easier. Now, I'm not going to go over all of them because you can go to the website or YouTube to find that information. But rather, I'm just going to share a little bit about two of the key products that we have. So, like I said at the beginning, Dr. Newman was the first doctor who came on board with Randy and Wendy and Scott, and he has a product that uses stem cell technology. That the product actually has growth factors that that when your cells receives a growth factor, your cells get the instruction of what to do, how to stay younger, grow more collagen, grow more elastin, have healthier and tighter skin, boost the immune system, in your skin. So that's very important. Now, at the beginning, we just really didn't have any idea, but as you can see, these pictures are very powerful. The picture with the lady at the top, she has sun damage from being in the sun. She was with another company with another product for 20 years. Well, I mean, it's different. It's traditional makeup, but here in Jeunesse, this Luminous Rejuvenation Serum is technology. So when you have technology like that, it can literally, your cells will wake up, get to work, and make your skin younger looking again. The picture below is of a lady who took a computer scan, and the computer counted the number of wrinkles on her skin. So you can see the picture on the left, she has a lot more wrinkles than the picture on the right. I mean, this was just within like less than 2 months. So for us at the beginning, we didn't know too much, but we just thought, you know what, just use a lot. We'll see what happened. So, I'm very fortunate, 10 years later, I still look 40. Not too bad for 50, huh? So, but anyway, so it became a very interesting business because we see people changing, right? They look younger, 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 right? All they have to do is take the before and after picture. So anyway, enough of that. But what I like to do is actually introduce you to Dr. Newman, because I think it's best when you hear from the doctor directly. And he has literally changed the lives of, thousands of people, hundreds of thousands, not millions of people around the world. Okay, so here we go.
Hi, I'm Dr. Nathan Newman. I'm a cosmetic surgeon in Beverly Hills. I trained at Albert Einstein Medical Center in New York, where I got my medical degree. And then I went and I did a residency at Cook County Hospital in dermatology. From there, I went to Riverside and did a fellowship in cosmetic surgery. I read an article about how when you take out the fat and leave it in a syringe, you can see the separation between the fat and the water, and in between it, there is a stem cell rich layer there. We then took these stem cells, concentrated them, started treating people, and we got amazing results. The quality of the skin in the patients we treated was getting improved within a matter of weeks. I met Randy and Wendy Lewis in 2009. Randy had a problem with his knee. He came to my office to get the stem cell treatment. We treated him, he got better, and while he was here, we started talking. He asked me what else I do with my technology or what else I do in my research, and I told him basically that we've developed this polypeptide technology that helps to heal wounds and improve the skin. And we've made a cosmetic product out of it. And he asked me, how many of these do you sell in a month? And I said, about 40. And he looked at me and goes, how would you like to sell 40,000? I said, sure. Randy and Wendy went home. 2 days later, they call me back and they say, okay, we've made a company called Jeunesse, and we're going to sell your product. And the rest is history.
Well, like Dr. Newman said, the rest is history. Jeunesse means forever young in French. So, it was just the idea of staying young, and staying healthy. Like I said at the beginning, two of the most important topics is what? Health and finances right now. And so, and at the beginning, Randy and Wendy thought, what? We have a product that works on the outside, but we need, something else that works on the inside, because that's the real health, right? So they decide to, go talk to some researchers and PhDs, and they found a product called Reserve. So Reserve has a lot of superfruits. Superfruits contain super antioxidant. That's what I like to call it, because aging or the way your cells operate, how they can operate better if the cells are healthier. They have less oxidation, and oxidation, if you can imagine, is like an apple. After you cut it open, it starts turning yellow. So the cells on the apple are literally aging in front of your eyes because they're exposed to the oxygen. So we have the same thing in our body, and But you know, one of the amazing thing about the reserve is something called resveratrol. So resveratrol was studied by Harvard Medical School to have amazing anti-aging, antioxidant effect. It literally works with genes in our body that controls the speed of aging. So maybe without me talking too much, I can go ahead and show you the video for reserve. Let the product do the talking, okay? Here we go.
Dark cherry, blueberry, Concord grape, pomegranate, and acai berries. We've blended these 5 superfruits into one refreshing, powerful, and delicious supplement. Reserve. Each fruit in Reserve was specifically selected for its antioxidant level, nutrition profile, and great taste, and then boosted with aloe vera, grapeseed, and green tea extracts, and Reserve's most influential ingredient, resveratrol. This heart-friendly polyphenol has been the subject of decades of research and gained a worldwide reputation. Proven protection. CAP-E laboratory tests showed that Reserve may enter and protect red blood cells from free radical damage. Reserve is the perfect combination of 5 superfruits, heart-friendly resveratrol, and other scientifically studied ingredients into one refreshing, powerful, and delicious supplement. Reserve. It's vitality reserved for you.
Now, folks, the reserve is amazing. It's actually the #1 product in all of Jeunesse. I mean, we literally ship hundreds of millions of dollars worth around the world. So, you know, people get tremendous benefit. For example, you know, when I was running, when I was learning to be a runner, when I first started Jeunesse in 2009, a couple of years, the next year I was starting to run, right? Well, I would, in the morning, I would take 2 reserve and I would go run. I get that extra boost in stamina. I say, wow, this is pretty amazing. And then, of course, you know, the proof is in the pudding. I would have to say that, you know, if it's your first time on the webinar, get back with the person who put you on here. Ask them, how did they like reserve? Because the reserve, it has helped many, like literally hundreds and thousands of people to have better health. I mean, people see it. So it became the #1 product in the company. As a matter of fact, we just had a sale on it. In 4 days, we had about almost 20,000 orders just in North America. It's crazy. So our business is booming even at this time because people are looking for health. And like I said, you know, it's one of the most important things that people are thinking about right now. But I think more than that is also that the idea that, you know, hey, the world's going to change. So many things are uncertain. What we're going to do? Well, at the end of the day, it is, you know, stay alive, you know, find your direction, you know, take care of your family. I mean, that would be my advice in short. So, but from the financial point of view, well, here's an opportunity. Now, I don't know how many of you have a plan B, you know, because, you know, most of us are so busy what we do every day. We don't have, not only in a career or maybe also with family, that we don't have time to think about a plan B. You know, most people spend more time planning their vacation than planning their life. So, I mean, I was one of those people. And then when the economics went down, when I was in my furniture business, I was caught so unprepared. So I vow never to have that, you know, that happen to me again. So here is another interesting time now. Literally, people compare it to the Great Depression in the US. I mean, this is like, you know, almost like, almost 100 years ago, right? So, but what we have now is something totally different. We're in a global economy and, you know, Jeunesse is all over the world. So we do still have the chance to do business and make money as long as the website is up, as long as the company is shipping, you know, we can make money. Doesn't matter where you are. So people are looking to stay healthy. Now, so what is the difference now? I don't know if you have your own business or before, but there is an idea in business that, look, it's a real business if that is systemized, like a McDonald's, like a bank, and, you know, they always, like a big corporation, they all have their system. I mean, for me, in my retail stores, I try to create my own system, but it still need me there to make it work. Versus in Jeunesse, the company does all the things for you. Like, for example, if you don't have to worry about, if you don't know how to do websites, well, the company makes one for you with all the information on there about the business and the products and what Jeunesse is up to, the latest trends, the market special on products, etc. The company warehouses inventory all over the world, so you don't have to do that. The website is e-commerce, so it takes money from more than 150 countries and territories and actually pays people in all those countries too. That's pretty amazing. So we have a lot of offices, 40 to 50 plus offices and warehouses around the world. The company has a lot of events, especially online events now more than ever because we can't meet up. So we cannot be belly to belly, but we can still be face to face. So, and then the company has an amazing marketing department helping out with social media. So like on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, what else? I don't know where else, Pinterest. So you don't have to create the marketing information. The company has already done that for you. So all you have to do is leverage, look for it, okay? So another thing that the company has done is they do have staff all over the world to help us manage all the different markets, so you don't have to. So my own business has traveled to more than 100 countries around the world. You know, I might speak good English, hopefully, maybe a little bit of Cantonese and Mandarin, but that's it. But, you know, I have business in Japan, in South Korea, in Indonesia, in Thailand, in Cambodia, in India, where, you know, I might not necessarily speak the language, but you know what? The staff, the local people do, and maybe my business partner does, and they speak the local language, and that's actually how we build a business. And of course, we are part of a group of leaders, distributors who we just decide to work together. You know, there's no membership involved. We call ourselves the US Global System. So, you know, we want to pass on the knowledge that we have because I think at the end of the day, you know, besides money, there's, you know, it's for anybody to be happy at what they're doing, you know, they have to be passionate about it. One of our passion is really just sharing with other people how to use this system created by Jeunesse to make money. It's a know-how. So in a sense, this is a business system in a box. It's there for you. And for those of you, look, you're probably saying, hey, Samson, it all sounds good. So how do we make the money? No, we have multiple streams of income, 6 ways to make money. So all you have to do is first purchase a starter kit, $29.95. That's an online starter kit. Or you pay $20 more for $49.95 and you get marketing materials with it. You get it mailed to you. There's 6 ways to make money. So of course, the first way is through your website. When somebody goes to your website, they buy a product, you can make a profit anywhere from 12 to 40%, depending on what country or what product they're in. So when they do that, they pay the company, and then the company will drop ship to them. You know, most of the world is door to door, so they get it at the door or at their local post office, worst case scenario. So, so you can make profit that way. Second way to make money, retail sales bonus, is when, you know, somebody buy a package and you get a bonus with that. But, you know, they have a chance to, you know, join a business, also a starter kit. Maybe like these are some of the sample packages, and the packages could be anywhere from $200 to $3,600 US dollars somewhere in the world, depending on the country. So these are just some of the packages in the US. So they start 200, goes up to 500 or up to 2,300. So anytime somebody buys those packages that you refer, you can make anywhere from $25 to up to $500. And also you get credit. Now, the way it works is this, you get credit for anything purchased through you. And so anytime somebody buys something through your website, besides the money, you also get points. The more points you have, the more money you make. It's like when you have your credit card, right? When you spend money, right, you get miles or reward points, right? I mean, it's pretty common nowadays, almost everywhere in the world. Well, here in Jeunesse is better. It's when other people spend money, you get the points. So it's like a referral, right? I mean, isn't that a natural business? And one point I want to make is that, you know, nowadays, you know, the new economy is slow. The new economy is about like and share, right? That's very simple, right? So, and the next step is subscribe. Subscribe turns into more of a passive or semi-passive or leverage or residual income. So anyway, So the next idea of how to make money is called team commission. Anytime you know, somebody buys product through you as a distributor, you know, what happened is they will go into your organization like a database of people. So you're gonna have, anytime somebody buy or sell product in your organization, you get points. The more points you get, the more money you make. So for example, box of reserve is 60 points. So for example, on the left team, you have 10 boxes of reserve that people buy, use, or sell. On the right team, if you have 5 boxes of reserve, when you get 600 and 300 points, like blackjack, the computer will pay you $35 automatically. Now, $35 doesn't seem like a lot, but here's the opportunity. What if that people order themselves? They love the product, or maybe they're doing the business, they're buying the product and reselling it, or whatever, through their website or their personal consumption, or you know, whatever they use, right? Buying or selling or using. So the more people buy, sell, or use, the more points you get. So, you know, and those people though, is what's interesting is that they could be anywhere that we ship to, 150 countries. So if we compare that to a traditional import-export business, you can only export to a few countries or a few territories at a time. But here, instantly, because of the internet, e-commerce aspect of Jeunesse, right away, you can do business in wherever the company ships to. So this, no, we've been doing it for 10 years. It's proven. Like, you know, we did more than $1 billion in sales the last 5 years, okay? So now the most you can get paid through team commission is 750 cycles, 750 cycles each time a week times $35. That's $26,250 a week. That's a lot of money. And imagine there's 52 weeks a year, okay? So now the fourth way to get paid is as you go out, share with people, the people you share with, they're known as your level 1. Anytime they make, they do the business, they create sales in their group and they make a team commission, you can match the income 20% on the team commission. It's like referring to a friend to a job. Every time they get paid, you get paid a little bit. Would that be okay? That's how it works. So level 1 are the people that you refer to Jeunesse. They're known, and so anytime they get paid team commission, you have a chance to match them 20%. The people they refer, you probably don't know them. They're known as your level 2. You can match their team commission 15%. Level 3, 10%. Level 4, 5, 6, and 7, 5%. So the harder you work, the higher you go up in the company, the bigger your group, the more matching bonus you make. So this is real leverage income. It's leveraging off of the efforts of other people. Now, as you go share Jeunesse, the idea of what Jeunesse is, it could be the product or the opportunity of both. You know, how to stay young, the idea of, wait, you know, there's technology out there. We can stay young and we can make money at it, even at this critical time in history. Well, you might get people who are interested to be a distributor. You might get people who, you know, they're so miserable, they don't want to do anything. But you might get people who are open and say, you know what, hey, I'm not sure, let me use the product first as a customer. So your level 1 matching, if you have 5 customers, goes up 5% to 25%. If you have 10 customers or more, it goes up to 30%, okay? So, and of course, you know, look, if you build a company and you get to one of the top ranks in a company called Diamond Director, you get to share 3% of global CV, commissionable sales volume, every quarter. So it's quite a bonus, you know? And besides that, how many of you love to travel, right? Because one of the things about Jeunesse is the owners love to travel. You know, because of what's happening around the world, the incentive trip was postponed, but people are going to go to Iceland, Greece, and Italy in the fall when you know, things change. So, you know, we've traveled around the world. I believe, you know, some people get into the business just for the free travel. So imagine you work the business hard, and at the end of the day, you can still travel. The company pay for you. That is literally the best way. So in a nutshell, look, that's the opportunity, a chance to be doing something. I mean, when this thing happened and everybody had to stay home, people talk about, oh, now we have to work from home. Folks, many of us have been doing it for the last 10 years, but not only from home, but traveling around the world, having a lot of fun. I mean, for some of you, this might be a shocker, but this business, it works and we're doing it. And it's a totally different lifestyle. But nowadays, obviously, everybody's getting a taste of it, having to stay at home. But what if, though, you can stay healthy and at the same time make money and share it with other people so they can be healthy. And they, if they take the opportunity, be financially stable or independent. So we have actually, our business has gone up. In March, our business was up from last year. So it's pretty amazing, even in this time of difficulty. So we hope and pray that all of you stay safe, healthy, and just be positive. We're here. So at this time, though, I would like, besides me, I'm fast talking Chinese guy, I would like to bring up a few friends to share with you their story, their background. How's that? So everybody can turn your camera on. My lovely, beautiful and handsome panelists. Okay. So, well, for first person, I'd like to, go ahead and share with you that how they're doing is a good friend of mine in Toronto. Now, her background, she's originally from Hong Kong, been in Toronto for many years. She's a nurse, so she's actually, her and many of her friends are at the front lines in their profession at this time to deal with the crisis. Please welcome Maria from Toronto. How are you, Maria?
Hi, Samson. How are you? I'm good. I'm good. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
Good to see you. Very good to see you. Are you working from home nowadays, or you have to report somewhere?
Yes, I'm going to report to somewhere to have a contact tracing with all the confirmed cases, but by the phone first of all, by the phone first. Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. Well, thank you for, being one of first responders or the people involved in the process. Contact tracing where the virus comes from is a very important job. So thank you.
Yeah.
Well, nowadays, can you tell us what's happening in Toronto?
In the Toronto, most of the people is recommended to stay home. Then we all like a lockdown, and then people closing school, all the activities, and then I think people have more time to stay home now, and then the confirmed case is increasing. But the positive thing is I feel more fresh air, and then when I drive, it's a very smooth, and then I really feel, and then working from home is another sense of working now.
Yeah, well, actually, obviously a lot of people are experiencing that. So now in your profession, obviously I think health is very important. Mm-hmm. And is it more important now than ever?
Yeah. Yes. Because of this outbreak of the pandemic, then I really see the positive side, as you mentioned that, because I was working with the low-income family to promote health and disease prevention. But because of this outbreak, then people have more time to think of what is the meaning of health. We revisit the definition of health. A lot of people think health is an absence of disease, but right now everyone know that they need to have a prepare themselves, have a healthy eating, healthy lifestyle, and then equip themselves for the increase the immune system. And the other way is to respond to the virus, like build up a very good defense mechanism to see the virus attack. So I'm just thinking that is a very good for me to realize that. And also because of this platform you just share, I just thinking because of this virus, I really connected with health and financial situation. I know that finance are affecting people's health, but in another way, I see how this platform, they provide the product, it promote people's health from the inside out, from the cellular-based system. And also this platform, as you just mentioned, it's a system in a box. Everything is there. No matter you don't have background like me, you don't know how any people, but because of the system, it really can equip them and also give them and we can leverage the success leaders like you, and then we start the business, give people more value, give us more meaning of life now for the people I serve, the low-income family, and also they just by sharing.
Yeah.
Wow, that's so good.
Maria, thank you so much, because health is so important, and then you talk about sharing, and obviously you work with low-income family, and the other day we were talking, you said some of your colleagues are very interested in finding out what you've been up to. So thank you so much for sharing. I appreciate you, and God bless to for being one of the frontliners in Canada. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, and you know, Maria's talking about business, and let's move to my next business partner, my good friend out here, also in Southern California on Long Beach. Voss, how are you today?
I'm good, Samson. How are you?
Good, good. You know, folks, Voss has been a business owner for many years. He has actually owned many businesses. One of them, I know he was in the ATM business, right? So,
Yeah.
yeah, anything involved with money, I think Voss has his hands on. But let me ask you, you know, how are you doing anyway? How are you dealing with the crisis in Long Beach?
I'm good. You know, I stepped out a little bit earlier, and I see all these people walking. I'm close to the beach, so I see all these people walking on the beach, even though they're not supposed to. We're supposed to be inside. I just drove just to get some sun, and you know, everything. I mean, it's just more cars parked on the street now because nobody's going to work. But Long Beach is good. We had a beautiful sunny day. I mean, we should have stayed outside longer, but everything's good.
So how's your Jeunesse business at this time?
You know, my Jeunesse business, actually, it's surprising you asked, because people have been calling me, how's my other business, this and that. And those other businesses are really slow. But Jeunesse business is actually expanding and growing. And I think it's because people are starting to realize, hey, I can work from home. So people have the time to listen. Like, we've been doing these webinars, and people are able to watch the webinars and really pay attention to, oh, that's what they're talking about. Now I get to really be present and listen to them, instead of, okay, I have to go to work, I have to do this, I have to do that. So I think that's an eye-opener for a lot of people. And I think people are starting to realize that, you know, maybe I'm looking for something different in life. I had a good friend of mine. She actually said that I may want to do a career change now. I don't think I want to do this anymore. She's an esthetician. She said, I don't think I want to do this anymore because I feel better being at home. So you know, people's minds are like, they're starting to think, it's like, there's something better out there.
Wow, you know, you're right. There's a whole shift, right? Like your friend who want to consider doing another career. Yeah, it's a different thing with the crisis right now.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for your time, boss. Thank you so much.
Thank
yeah,
you,
we want to move along. Also to a very hardworking lady. I was talking with her earlier today. She's out there in Austin, Texas. Please welcome Jessie. Jessie, how are you?
Good. Hi, Samson.
Are you sure you're in Austin rather than in New York? You have a nice New York picture in the background.
Thank you. I am indeed in Austin.
Well, folks, you know, Jessie has been very successful restaurant owners for the last 30 plus years in the restaurant industry. She and her husband owns a fantastic restaurant out there in Austin. Let me ask you, Jess, how long have you been Jeunesse, Jessie?
3.5 years.
So how did you get into Jeunesse? I mean, I mean, the restaurant business is one of the hardest business in the world, obviously, and you have to spend a lot of time. But what happened? I mean, how did you come into Jeunesse? What made you decide?
It's just a call from a friend that I know for more than 30 years. You know, she called me at the perfect timing because, you know, I think I was feeling like to have change in my life at that time at the restaurant business, but you know, I didn't know what to get into, and by just simple trust, you know, I said, why not? You know, just to give myself a chance to see what's out there, because you know, the last 30 years of my life, okay, you know, I feel like I become a prisoner of my business.
Oh, well, I kind of know what you mean. I used to have 3 stores. So,
Yes.
so at that time, you got some products and you start using them, and then you thought about the opportunity. So what happened then?
Oh yes, you know, but you know, thanks to my great friend Paula, who introduced me to the business. You know, she constantly shared with me online, offline activities I can attend. By going to those events, I began to realize what a great opportunity, you know, that's laying in front of me. You know, that I can actually, you know, can become my plan A. You know, I don't just have to be stuck in my restaurant business. I can actually live life, to actually smell flowers again, you know, to able to rebuild a relationship I once lost with my oldest son, who's 27 now. It's just beautiful.
Oh, what happened with your son?
You know, I I started my first restaurant when I was 24. So as well as I was building my restaurant, I constantly had to spend 10 to 14 hours at work every day. And, I was not able to attend many of his school events. I couldn't celebrate his birthdays with him. Years passed by, our relationship just become more distant.
Oh, wow. So what has changed since you've been in Jeunesse? Tell me how you're doing.
Oh, ever since I joined, I've attended several trips that offered by the company, and put a can up for once. Okay, I took my 2 boys and my husband to the trip. Everybody loved it. When I was running my restaurant, I could never go on to any trip because it's always things happening with my staff or something. Okay, broke down the business that couldn't run. And the last year, I was able to take 3 of my boys, including my oldest one. That was the first time I was able to went on a real vacation with my kids. And during the vacation, we talked and we had fun, and that feeling came back to us as a family. That's just beautiful.
Wow. So and then that's amazing. I mean, that's a whole new change of lifestyle. Wow.
Oh yes.
And you know what? I feel you. Sometimes family is so important. Many of us as immigrants, we work so hard, sacrificing time and energy, for the next generation. But family is very important. So my final question actually to you is then, how has the current situation impacted your business, and how is Jeunesse helping, or is different, or how are you doing?
Oh my gosh, okay. Just like many cities in America, all restaurants stopped serving dining customer. And we lost half of our sales. And every day we are just, we are out there just serving customer. They are picking on the food and deliveries. But people who work there, I worry about them because we don't know, okay, that they may they might be coming to contact people who had the virus already. But the business still have to operate. Meanwhile, I'm at home. My business still grows and expands, and it give me another stream of income. Really give me a sense of security. Well, my business sales is dropping, day by day.
Wow, that's powerful because I was a store owner too. I totally understand, right? No employees, no rent to do the Jeunesse business. Just zooming all day on this Zoom conference, right?
Right.
Good. Well, I mean, thank you for taking the time. I know I want to let you get back with your family, but thank you for taking the time to share with us. Those are very important points. Okay, and thank you, Jesse. Take care out there in Austin. Okay, stay home, stay safe, and stay healthy.
And stay happy too.
Yeah, stay happy. There you go. Okay, and the last person I'd like to bring on is a lovely lady. I got to know her through the business the last few months, and she and her husband. Oh, there's something else. They're what I like to call the serial entrepreneur. But knowing from her background, from a social worker, and her husband from being a professor, is like, wow, it just blew me away. Please welcome Patti. How are you, Patti?
Hi, welcome. Thank you, Samson. Samson, I love the new hairstyle. Looks fabulous on you.
Okay, now you're teasing because I told you.
No, I'm serious. You look awesome. And you know what looks most often? That smiley face. You're always positive, and that's why I just love being on here. Thank you so much for inviting me to share my story.
Oh, thank you for being a part of the community. So Patti, look, you have kids, and many years ago you're a social worker. So maybe you can tell us a little bit about your entrepreneurship, what you have done.
Okay. So
interesting to me.
It's something, my husband and I have been married 16 years, and, I grew up from a big family, 6 kids. We didn't grow up with much. My husband, on the other hand, his parents were very entrepreneurial. They had their own business and did really well throughout their life. He went to private schools. I went to public schools. And, through that, we kind of decided that that's something we want to do. We want to be able to provide and leave something for our kids. And so we decided that we would invest in apartments. We invested in a bank. We opened up a bank, a community bank. We also invested in a business that's a carpentry. We used to make cabinets for custom homes. So we've had international apartments like in Hawaii and stuff. So we've done a gamut of things, a gamut.
Wow, that's quite a history. So now, so how did you came into Jeunesse though? I mean, you're a business owner. It's not like small potato, you know, where you do apartments, banks, and
right.
yeah.
Right, and that's when, so I was introduced through Jeunesse, through my doctor friend, Dr. Sway. She has been my friend for 30 years. And so I knew that she's always someone I share with. We share health secrets, we share health and beauty secrets together, and we also share financial secrets. So when she approached me, I was in pain because I was going through cancer recovery, and she shared the products with me, and I started using them, and I felt better. I felt amazing, actually. And I just said, okay, what is this? And she shared with me, you know, this is the product, but then, like I said, we share everything about finances as well. She's like, but Patti, we can make money. And I was like, okay, show me how. And she shared the platform with me. It was so simple, and it was such a low risk that I thought, this is impossible, Dr. Sway. Like, how is this possible? How is it that these people are making this kind of income? And so she just plugged me in. I just got plugged in, and now I'm like, this is awesome. One, because I feel like it's doable. You know, it's something that's really, it's not complicated, like, you know, opening a bank. It's not, it's much more simple. And I felt like the risk was absolutely low, and actually none, because all I was doing is getting healthier and also wealthier. And so I just thought it was a perfect match for me and for my family. And I just decided, you know, I was staying home. We decided to stay home about 8 years ago. You know, I decided to just, you know, take a backseat of working that 9-to-5 job, because it just wasn't flexible enough for my kids and my family. And we suffered a little bit financially because, you know, I had a very good income. And then what happened was that Amy showed me this. I said, okay, this is where I can give back to my family. This is a platform that I can actually now create something that's much more of a capacity that's going to leave something for my kids and for my family to have something more in the future.
Wow, so, you know, that's a very strong reason, you know. Leaving something for the kids, you know, having a different lifestyle where you can have quality family time. That's a very strong reason, very inspirational. So then now, do you have any particular dreams or goals that you want to get done through this business?
Well, I do. My dream is a beach house. I want to live by the beach in a very beautiful, modern beach house. So that's, you know, with me not working, was a dream that was escaping me. But now with this platform, it's now in my grasp. So I'm excited about this, and I just can't wait to have everybody over my beach house.
Oh my gosh. You know, Patti, I can see the sparkle in your eye when you mention beach house. Very good. Well, thank you for taking the time. Please say hello to Al, your husband, for me, you know, and we'll talk watches sometime, cars and watches.
Oh, I know. His passion. So thank you, Samson. Thank you for everything. Again, I really appreciate your passion and your inspiration.
Thank you for your time and sharing with our global audience today. So, folks, you know, you heard it. You know, we have people from all kinds of backgrounds, from all over the North America. Sharing, you know, what's happening, what's relevant. I think nowadays people are reevaluating, you know, or what they did before. Is that really what they want to do? And what if there's something better? What if there's a platform where, look, with very low risk, small investment, and we're not talking about hundreds and thousands of dollars, right? Not even tens and thousands of dollars. A small amount where you can build a global business leveraging on a global platform. So, you know, and we are here. We have these regular webinars a few times a week. Just check back with the person who put you on this webinar, and they will give you the next schedule. Tomorrow, we'll have actually a special event, online event. I'll be hosting it again at 6:30 p.m. LA time, Pacific Standard Time. And we'll talk about entrepreneurship tomorrow with a very special guest. It's a secret, okay? We are here to share, to help you build your business also. We are a group of interesting people. I mean, we are very positive, as you can tell, at this particular time, this extremely difficult time for most people. But you know what? Instead of thinking of, getting back to a job, there might not be a normal to get back to, but rather that, it's interesting that we are on this pause where we have a chance to rethink of really what we want and maybe move in that direction. The sooner the better. So hopefully, maybe if you see something here, get back with the person who put you on this webinar and get your questions out of the way, and let's rock and roll. Okay. So I look forward to seeing all of you tomorrow from somewhere in the world. Thank you. Thank you. People in Asia, in Europe, in North America. Have an amazing day and stay home, save lives, stay healthy. Thank you very much. It's Samson Li from LA signing up. Take care. All the best.